Hi everyone, today is the 3rd of July and it is now 13 days post lumbar fusion on the L5S1 disc. The last time I spoke to you was 7 days post operation, and I had good news that the sciatica pain that I was experiencing had all but cleared up. Unfortunately, later that evening it came back with a vengeance. Um, and it's still here, and it's a little worrying. There are days where it's a little bit weaker, and I'm able to come downstairs and walk around just around my lounge for 10 minutes at a time. Some days I've managed to come downstairs and do that 3 times, in the morning, in the afternoon, and in the evening. Um, I do find the walking around is very tiring. I tire very quickly, but the days when the Percocet is helping that sciatica pain better, or possibly the pain is just weaker, those days I manage the walking quite well. My back pain is not bad. I've managed to go down to 2 Percocets a day. I take one at about 11 in the morning and then one at about 6 in the evening, and occasionally I have also some Optalgin in between. Um, and I'm surviving. I'm trying to slowly reduce the Percocet, um, but the Percocet doesn't seem to help the sciatica pain really. So I spoke to the hospital, and they're a little concerned that I still have that nerve pain, and they might bring forward my meeting with the surgeon to this week instead of next Monday, which is what it's scheduled for. Um, I'm kind of I prefer to just wait and be patient though, because I don't really want them to do any, give me any medications that possibly if we would have waited I wouldn't have needed. So I'm willing to be patient and just hope that this nerve pain resolves itself. Um, from what I've read, if the nerve pain does not resolve itself by 3 months, it isn't likely to. So I'm really hoping that it will. However, as I've mentioned, the back pain is improving. It's still achy. I'm very careful not to bend at all. I'm very careful about that because I want a solid fusion, obviously, that is fusing in the correct position. But I'm actually able to lie flat in my bed. When I've laid there for a little bit, I get achy, but it was agony before I had the fusion to lie flat in my bed. I couldn't do it at all. For 10 months, because of my disc problem, I could only lie down in a sort of half sitting position. So this is already an improvement. I can already see an improvement in that, in the initial disc problem, the initial back pain. Even though I'm achy from the surgery, it is less painful to lie flat on my back than it used to be. And the main pain that I have, other than the achiness from my back, is this sciatica pain, this nerve pain, which is annoying. But hopefully it will resolve itself. Anyway, as for day to day, I get up, I have a shower. I'm still not entirely independent. 13 days after, I can't put my knickers on. That's underwear for you Americans. I don't understand exactly how you're supposed to do it without bending down. I do not want to bend down. I haven't even tried it. I know you're not supposed to for 3 months, so I'm really not planning on doing that. So at the moment, I'm sitting here, Nicholas, and when my daughter wakes up, it's the summer holiday, so she is asleep despite it being almost 10 in the morning. When she wakes up, I will have her help me. She also shaved my legs yesterday, so it's very good having an 18-year-old daughter. Um, Other than that, I don't really need that much help. I wouldn't be up to cooking. Um, this past week, the community that I live in has organized food to be brought to me. So that's been great. I haven't had to cook anything since I've been back from hospital, but that stops today. So today, my kids are going to have to start cooking because I do tire really quickly, and standing around, even if someone else bends down and gets the pots and pans, I think it'll be a bit much for me still. I kind of lie around upstairs and read and watch TV and draw a little bit lying down, sort of in a half raised position. And then I come downstairs and I walk around for a bit, and then I go back up and I rest again for a few hours because it kind of knocks it out of me coming downstairs and walking around. And I kind of do that a few times a day when I can, um, as in when the leg pain isn't too severe. Um, Food I can eat whatever I want, but people have to sort of, I can come downstairs and get it, but I can't make it, as I said. Um, I mentioned that I was taking magnesium to help with the constipation, and that I'm happy to say has continued to be very helpful. I take one, it's 360 milligram pill um, at bedtime, and and in the morning after I've had my coffee, I'm able to go have bowel movement with no problem. So that is fantastic. That's actually a lot better than it was before I had the operation. So I'm very happy that I saw someone mention that online. That's really good advice and it really does help. Um, Trying to think what else you might need to know. Friends coming and hanging out with me is great. Realize that you will get tired out quite quickly still at this stage. So let people know that, you're not going to have 3-hour visits. You're just not quite up to it yet. And my kids are here. They came back on Friday. They were at their dad until then, which is great. Um, they're pretty. My kids are the kids who are living at home. I've got one son who lives in London. He's 19. My kids who are at home are 18, 14, and 10. So they're quite self-sufficient, and mostly they are just, going downstairs and taking what they want to eat. Last night, I talked my son, my 14-year-old, through making himself Japanese omelette rice. So, so it's actually probably a good experience for them, learning to be a little bit more independent. If your kids were younger, I would say you definitely need help. You will not be able to help toddlers or help younger kids by yourself at this point, for sure. So you have to realize your limitations beforehand and prepare in advance. Um, I think that's it. I haven't smoked, and that's actually been fine. Um, Hopefully, it will continue to be fine for the 3 months. I guess that's it. That's my update. So I think if I go this week to the surgeon instead of next week, I'll let you know what he says about that sciatica pain. I really hope it will resolve itself. And that's it. Until next time I speak to you, I hope you all feel good. And by the way, I'm really happy to answer any questions that you might have. You can write them in the comments below. And as I spend a fair amount of my time lying around doing very little, I will have plenty of time to answer you. So if you have any questions, go for it. And feel good. Bye.